The Kaiju Protocol might possibly be one of the most controversial and polarizing episodes of Ninjago's entire run, if not the most. As you can tell today, I am here to discuss why I think this episode works very well in Ninjago's story and doesn't ruin a load of logic like a lot of people think it does. So let's start with my criticisms of the episode first of all, to get those out of the way. Placement. This episode was sandwiched in between My Enemy, My Friend and Corruption, which in my opinion is a bad idea and really negatively impacted the flow of those episodes. Where I think this episode works a lot better, and this is where I watch it when I rewatch this season, is right after A Cold Goodbye. I think it works fantastically just before the Netherrealm stuff. Also, while I think Traveler's Tea being able to access damn near every realm is kind of weird, Ninjago has been making decisions like this for years, and I kind of just always assumed this to be the case even back in seasons like Season 8. So the revelation that the Traveler's Tea can open up loads of realms, including the Cloud Kingdom, which previously required a lot of work, isn't exactly annoying to me because I always just assumed it can open up most of the realm. However, I can totally see why this would annoy some people, although people using this as an argument for Secrets of the Spinjitzu ruining the entire show are kind of cherry picking what gets criticized and what doesn't, because this is a problem with Ninjago as a whole. But if you criticize all of these, then yeah, I can see why this would be an issue for you. Right, let's discuss the main points of contention in this episode. 1. Filler. This episode is in no way filler, for several reasons. 1. It reveals that Mistake's brew of Traveler's Tea can access the Departed Realm. 2. It took Traveler's Tea out of the picture on the Ninjago side of things, making future realm hopping stories a lot more interesting. And 3. This episode pushed Wu's character development forward and ended his arc for this season. In the time skip between March of the Oni and this season, Wu has become incredibly bitter, and combined with his students getting lazy, he has lost faith in them. This episode tries to make him feel less bitter and restores his faith in his students, which is heavily played on in future seasons when he becomes too faithful in his students to the point where he feels useless himself. Most all of the Wu content in Master of the Mountain heavily plays off of the character development seen in Kaiju Protocol. So on that basis alone, I would not say this episode is filler. But I'm not done defending this episode yet. Let's talk about Departed Realm logic. The logic regarding the Departed Realm in this episode is perfectly fine and works perfectly in my opinion. And in order to realize why this is the case is we need to consider who created Ninjago's source of Traveler's Tea, which this episode answers.
Mistake's Traveler's Tea recipe.
Mistake, as we all know by now, is an Oni. Let's play a game show! Can you name one other item the Oni are confirmed to have created? The Sword of Sanctuary. The Oni masks are relics created by the Oni that can open up the Departed Realm. Do you see where I'm going here? The only other item that's ever been created by the Oni can open up the Departed Realm. Henceforth, is it not reasonable that an Oni's brew of Traveler's Tea can also open up the Departed Realm? And on top of that, unlike the Oni mask, which require a ritual and a specific choice of who comes out of that portal, this is not a controlled resurrection. Anything can walk out. People who say, why didn't Harumi just use Traveler's Tea? Let me put this into perspective. This is like opening up 1 billion portals to Earth and expecting Barack Obama to walk through every single one of them. For those reasons, I think this episode does not ruin Death in any way, shape or form. As for the Preeminent being weaker than it was in Season 5, it doesn't have an entire realm and ghost army backing it now. It's literally just a weird octopus thing. Right, I think that's everything. What do you think of this episode? Because it's very controversial and loads of people have loads of vastly different takes on it. So be sure to drop yours in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone. Please the YouTube algorithm if you like this video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.